can't sleep. We wake them up, the champs is in. Yeah.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Leopard!
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. That's caught by the rookie, Nick Chubb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Wait.
Following the interception, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Shakes off the sag. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Landry, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go. It's time to play. Let's convert. Let's convert. Let's convert. Easy, easy, easy. Sonic.
Second down, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
All right, here we go. Green.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a first down.
Leopard. Leopard.
First down, Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Leopard. Leopard.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He may try and run for this. Still fighting. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. From from the red zone now. Mayfield. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Levante David. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. He was looking for Landry that time.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Jameis now on 1st down. Airing this one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And Winston lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
Corey Graham brings him down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And now it's 3rd down. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And now look at him go. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 54 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 22-yard line.
Ready?
First down, Winston. And his throw is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Winston again. And Brate has it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Buccaneer first, Winston to Brate.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Michael Kendricks coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. 3rd down here.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd and long for Winston. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Second down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep here for Lamb. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He'll rifle this, trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases. Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire with that run.
On third down, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Back to it after the pick 6, Mayfield. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Let's go. It's time to play. 50.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And on the ground they go with the running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Hey, let's get it.
Jameis to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Quan Alexander coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, let's go, let's go. Follow.
Now Jameis on second down. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A first down throw for Winston. And Winston lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
From the gun, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
They set up the screen to Chubb, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And he's able to bring it up 5. Yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out, 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston. Under pressure, they got him again. Myles Garrett in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Let's go now.
So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. On the return, this is Jaquiz Rogers. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
50, 50. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Now he's forced out left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Green, triple team. Sonic. Easy. No. Off. 5-0. Watch the twist.
2nd down, Winston. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Let's convert. Hey, we got 4.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go. Let's convert. My 50.
Winston now from the 50. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give them a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Browns on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Okay, we got 4.
Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Winston now. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take this penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They run it again with Chubb. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it. Noah Spence in on the stop.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, Taylor to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he fends him off. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Let's go now. Let's convert. Let's convert. Four down.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Here's Winston. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Now Winston. Hard throw, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Taylor will throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On second down, Taylor eluding the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Browns on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Taylor. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman. Then with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles. And I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They're looking to throw this. Winston. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. Michael Kendricks in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Landry now on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Forced out to his left. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. They'll roll him out right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Taylor on target to Gordon for a Cleveland first. They come out here in the I. Now it's Taylor. It's a 4-yard pickup. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One last shot for Taylor. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys who's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Tampa Bay, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.